In the previous video of this tutorial, while adding a new book into the database, we are displaying some error messages. And if you have noticed that we are displaying those messages one by one, it means we are displaying those messages specific to each property. Suppose I have a property with name title in my form, then the error message which is corresponding to this property, we were displaying that message near to this title input field. In ASP.NET Core MVC, there is one more way to display these error messages. In this video, we will learn how can we display these error messages by using the second approach. And the second approach is called as validation summary. So there is one more attribute in ASP.NET Core MVC that we can use to display our error messages. Let's learn. We will start from what is validation summary, how to use ASP validation summary attribute, how to add custom message in model state. Suppose you are validating your form and all the properties that you have defined onto your model, those are valid, but still you want to add some custom message to your model state. So we will learn how to do that in this video. There are some values for this ASP validation summary attribute. We will have a look on all those values as well. First, let's understand what is validation summary. Validation summary tag helper is used to display a summary of all the validation messages. And what are these validation messages? While working on the validations in ASP.NET Core MVC, we define some attributes on our model class. And all the messages that are associated to these attributes, those are known as validation messages. And if you are defining some attribute onto the model class, then these are known as property validation messages, because we are defining those attributes on the property. So it means it is called as property validation messages. And in the previous video of this tutorial, we were using ASP validation for attribute to display these error messages. And if you have noticed that we are using this attribute ASP validation for multiple times into our form, because we were displaying error messages corresponding to each field. Now if we want to display a combined message into our form, then we can use one more attribute. We can use ASP validation summary attribute to display the validation summary. So instead of displaying all the error one by one into your form, you can simply use this attribute ASP validation summary, and all the messages which are available into your form, those will be displayed at a single place. ASP validation summary is used with div tag. Just like you are using ASP validation for into the span tag, this ASP validation summary attribute is used in div tag. So there are some values that we have to pass to this ASP validation summary attribute. First one is all. All means all the property validation messages and the model validation message which we have added as a custom message, those will be displayed if you are using all. If you are using model only, then the messages that we have defined onto our model property, those will not be visible. Only the custom messages that we have added into our model state, those will be visible. Third one is none. If you are using none, then there will not be any message onto the UI. So let's understand everything into Bookstore web application. Here we are back to our Bookstore web application, and to add a new book into the database, we are using this add new book view. Over here you can see that to display the error message corresponding to each field, we are using a new span tag. Inside this span tag, we are passing the property name, and we are getting the error message related to this property. Here as well you can see we are using one more span tag. So it means we are using this span tag multiple times into our form. Instead of using this error message multiple times, we can use one single attribute. Let's understand how to do that. So suppose inside this form I want to add a new setting for the validation summary. How to do that? So first I have to create a new tag with div, and inside this div I can simply use ASP validation summary attribute. And inside this ASP validation summary, we have to pass a setting. Suppose first I'm passing all. Okay. Remember, I have added only this line into my application. Let's save all the changes and run this application by pressing Ctrl F5. Let's click on the add new book link and again click on the add book. Over here you can see that we are getting error messages two times. First one is we are getting error message corresponding to each field. These are coming from ASP validation 4, and on top of this form you can see we are getting all the messages at one single place. Please enter the title of your book. This one, please enter the author name. Here is the second message, and third one is please enter the total pages. Here also you can see that we are having this error, please enter the total pages. If I enter some wrong value into the title, suppose I'm writing A and click again on the add book. This time you can notice that this error message has been updated just like these error messages. So you can use either one into your application. There are some benefits of using this ASP validation summary that we will learn in just a bit. If you have noticed, the color of this validation summary attribute is black, so we can update this color to red as well. Let's do that. To change the color, we simply have to use a class from Bootstrap, which is text danger. Let's save all the changes and again click on the add new book link. Click on the add book. This time you can notice that we are getting all the error messages in red color. If I add some wrong value, then again you can notice that you are getting all the error messages over here. Let's focus how these messages are displayed into this browser. Right click on this page and choose inspect. So this div is used to display these error messages. Here you can notice that we are using this div class text danger and the attribute is validation summary error. If there is some error into the application, then it is creating an list automatically. So this is an UL, and inside this UL you can notice that there are a couple of LIs. Inside these LIs we are getting all the messages. So this UL and LI is created automatically by this ASP validation summary attribute. Now what is the benefit of using this ASP validation summary? Let's go to the controller class. Inside this controller class, over here you can notice that we are using this isValid property to validate the state of this model, and if this is false, then we are simply returning this view onto the UI and all the messages gets displayed onto the UI automatically. Now suppose along with these messages you want to add some custom message to your model. Let's learn how to add some custom message to our model state. So we can simply use model state, then press dot and simply use this method add model error. Inside this model error, we need to pass two parameters. First one is the key and the second one is error message. If you do not have any key, then you can keep it blank. If you have any key, then you can enter it over here. And in the second parameter, you can pass your error message. So suppose I'm writing over here, this is my custom error message. This message may be anything based on the logic that you will write over here. But this is just for learning that how to add some custom error message to our model along with these property validation messages. Let's remove these commented lines. Okay, so let's build this solution. Go back to the browser again and click on the add new book. Perfect. Let's click on the add book button this time. Here if you have noticed that we are getting one new message in the validation summary attribute, and we have set this message onto our controller level. You can add n number of messages to your model state. Suppose you want to add one more model error, then you can do that easily. Again use this model state and add model error, and again you can enter some your second custom message. Okay, build the solution again. Go back to the browser, click on the add new book or simply refresh this page. Perfect. Click on the add book. This time you can notice that we are getting two custom messages on our UI. So if you want to use these error messages one by one, then you can use ASP validation 4, and if you want to combine all these messages at one single place, then you can use ASP validation summary. Let's understand the different value type of this ASP validation summary attribute. Right now we are using all over here into this ASP validation summary attribute, and if we are using all, it means we will get all the error messages from the property level and from the model level as well. So these three messages are coming from the property level and these two messages are coming from the model level. Let's update the value to the model only. Go back to the browser, again click on the add new book, click on the add book again. This time you can notice that we are not getting the property validation messages over here. We are getting only the model validations. So if you are using model only, it means only the validations that you have associated to your model, those will be displayed over here. This combination works perfectly into most of the scenarios. Suppose you want to display one by one error messages, so you can use ASP validation 4, and you do not want to display property validation messages in the summary tag, but you want to display only the custom error messages. Then you can use this model only value of this ASP validation attribute, and only the custom messages that you will add to your model, those will get displayed over here. Let's try to use none as well. Perfect. Save all the changes, go back to the browser, refresh this page again, click on the add book. This time you can notice that we are not getting any message in ASP validation summary attribute. Why? Because we are using none, and if we are using none, then we will not get any message. Now we have two ways to display the error message onto our form. You can use any approach to display your error messages, or you can use a new combination of both of these approaches. If you are learning something from this tutorial, make sure you hit the like button. Tell me your feedback into the comment section, share this video, subscribe to the channel, and please join the membership of this YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.